What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Friday. Finally, Football Friday, October 14th, 2022. I am your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing it to you every day, even on bye weeks or off weeks, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a crap. Today, quick update on the subscription service. That is in the testing phase right now. We should be rolling it out in a matter of days, like a few days, not weeks. So stay tuned. I will let you know. I'm sure I will hit you over the head with it more times than you prefer. But I will not be pushy. I don't want to be sold something. I'm sure you guys feel the same way. So it's not going to be a sales pitch. It's just something you can join, and you might get some benefit from it. And I'm going to keep it affordable, definitely. So, again, I don't want to be sold some piece of crap. So subscription service is coming, testing now. All right, let's get into today's topic. We're talking college football championship. We're talking Vegas odds. Excuse me, got something in my throat. We're talking the winner. Odds right now on betonline.ag. The Buckeyes at plus 200 leading the way. Georgia plus 225. Alabama plus 260. Clemson plus 1,400. Michigan right there plus 1,400 as well. And USC at plus 2,000. I won't go any lower than that. I'm not going to debate Oklahoma State's legitimacy for winning the freaking championship. Cut it off at USC, and plus 2,000 is pretty freaking out there. So to me, it's really just the big three. I mean, you see the difference here between Alabama at plus 260 and Clemson and Michigan at plus 1,400. Quite a steep jump. So it's like we've been talking about all season. It's Ohio State, Georgia, Bama. Whenever you talk about national competition in college football, whether it's recruiting, games on the field, whatever it might be, it's those three: Ohio State, Georgia, Bama. All right. So let's get into these remaining schedules. Everybody is undefeated, all three teams right now. We'll continue through the others, but Buckeyes, we're rolling through Iowa next week after the bye. We're going to smash them. Then we go to Penn State, not a whiteout. Keep that in mind. Probably going to be a big noon or a 3:30. Then we go to Northwestern and crush those fools. Hopefully the weather is not bad. Then Indiana comes to town on November 12th. Smash them easily. Then we go to Maryland on the 19th and get you geared up for Thanksgiving. And then Michigan Thanksgiving weekend. That's definitely the big noon on Fox. They already announced, of course, so no questions there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 easy wins. Penn State will be a battle, but the way our defense is playing right now, old man Clifford and his offensive line doesn't worry me too much. It'll always be a ball game. I'm not saying we're going to beat them, 49-20, like we've done previously, but them, and then of course Michigan coming to town. We owe Michigan a big one, so I wouldn't be surprised if we smash those fools. So, again, I think we win out, and that puts us firmly in the driver's seat. I don't know how you move us out of number one. Honestly, I don't see how it's possible after taking down some of these, a Penn State and a highly ranked Michigan. Will depend on what happens this weekend with those two teams. If Michigan were to shit the bed and lose, that will definitely hurt them. So but they'd still probably be in the top 10. By the time we play them. So Georgia, let's look at their schedule real quick. They beat up on a bunch of garbage: Samford, Oregon, South Carolina, Kent State, Missouri. Missouri game was brutal to watch. You guys see that? Then they smashed Auburn last week. But coming up, they just got Vandy, Florida, Tennessee, but it's in Athens, Mississippi State, Kentucky, and then Georgia Tech. I think they easily skate through that schedule. We'll see what Tennessee is all about this weekend against Bama. At least they'll have a couple weeks to lick their wounds and get their shit back together before they play Georgia. So Tennessee is really the only challenger there So probably going to finish undefeated there for Georgia. Bama here. Now, I think they're in deep shit, especially if Bryce is not 100% this weekend against Tennessee. I'll get into my picks on Saturday, but for now, I think they'll probably beat Tennessee. I'm not sure they cover the 7, though. So they beat Tennessee, then they have Mississippi State, then at LSU, then Ole Miss, Austin P, of course, got to play some high school team before the Iron Bowl, and then Auburn. They're going to smash them fools. But regardless, even if they do lose this weekend, if they lose one game going out the rest of the way, they'll still be in the fucking playoffs. You know, that committee just loves them. Give them the benefit of the doubt. So let's go to let's jump down to Clemson and see what they got remaining here. They beat up on Georgia Tech, Furman, La Tech, Wake, NC State, Boston College. Nobody of note there. I don't know how NC State was ranked 10th when they played them, but anyways, not anymore. Florida State coming up. They got Syracuse, at Notre Dame, Louisville, Miami, and South Carolina. Again, they're going to skate, probably finish undefeated, should win the ACC. Not seeing anybody in that conference that's worth a shit. North Carolina's 5-1 right now. I get that. I don't care about Syracuse. So, yeah, it's probably going to be Clemson winning that division or winning that conference, and we'll see if they can stay in the top 4 in the playoff hunt. Michigan, real quick, we know they're garbage strength of schedule to start off. Colorado State, Hawaii, UConn, Maryland, Iowa, Indiana. Blah. The worst of the worst. But this Penn State game, they're lucky it's in the big house this weekend. It's going to be a tough one, but favored by 7. Then they got Sparty next week. I don't know. See if Sparty can get up for that. Again, that's a home game for Michigan. Then Rutgers, Nebraska, Illinois, and they come to Columbus for a punch in the mouth. So I see 1 loss in there at least. 2 losses definitely kicks them out of the playoffs. You know, an undefeated Clemson or a 1-loss Michigan, they're going to be teetering right on the edge of the Final Four. Who else we got here? USC, any interest in talking about USC? Yeah, sure, why not? They are plus 2,000. Their schedule's garbage as well. Rice, they beat Food. Stanford, Fresno State, Oregon State, Arizona State, Washington State, all the states. This Utah game is going to be a tough one Saturday night, 8 p.m. on Fox. I would definitely watch that. It's at Utah. Utah's favorite, I believe, 3 is what I saw last. 2.5 maybe. So that's a great game. Arizona, Cal, Colorado, UCLA. Keep your eye on UCLA. That might turn into a rivalry game this year. It once was. And Notre Dame, forget about them. So a 1-loss USC probably coming out of that Pac-12, regardless of whether even if they win the conference, I'm not sure that gets them in the top 4. Not with a Clemson undefeated and conference champ, a Michigan, even with 1 loss, Ohio State, Bama, Georgia. Somebody gets left out. It's usually the Pac-12, right? Poor bastards. Screw them. But that's all I got for you today. I think I really think it's Buckeyes undefeated, Georgia undefeated, Bama 1 loss, and I think Clemson. And Clemson gets in because Michigan's going to have 1 loss, won't be conference champs. So that's what I got as of right now. That's subject to change, of course, because we're only at week 6, going into 7. So hit me up. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree, disagree. Anyway, comment on the video and share it with a friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and go Bucks.